Hey healers, I came out here to Punta Sur where there is a Ixchel temple. I'm on Isla Mujeres in Mexico. I came out here with the intention to deliver a channeled message while I'm out here, and I had no idea I was going to be delivering it from inside a cave. I found this secret cave and I'm in here. And that's where I came in from. Oh my God, I'm so grateful to have the ability to travel. In case you didn't know this about me, I've been traveling internationally since I was 1 year old. I got my first passport when I was 1 year old, and that's when I went to Jordan for the first time to visit my family. And this year, starting last year, I really took the initiative to start traveling by myself. I've traveled a lot by myself, but never in this way. It feels so good in here. It's so relaxing. It is so beautiful. And it got sunny. Like, it was not this bright in here when I came in here. Now all of a sudden it's, I guess my eyes just adjusted and my camera adjusted. God, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I feel like gratitude is the missing link. We don't even know to be grateful for all the things we have to be grateful for. Like, we don't even know how grateful to be. There's people coming. Like, we don't even know what to be grateful for. Okay, they left. I don't think anybody else wants to come in this cave but me. But I could be wrong. I would, if I was anybody else, I would want to come in here too. Like, one of the main focal points for my work the past few years has been healing from codependency, and that's been a lot of the support that I've provided for my clients and my students that I've worked with. Codependency is the way of the world. Like, people are used to using one another to get their needs met, to avoid themselves. And it's not working anymore. It's not working. It hasn't been working. The layers of codependency in this society are many. Every layer of society is a codependent, parasitic relationship. There's a difference between symbiotic and parasitic. The symbiotic, that's reciprocal, that's interdependent. That means that you both get something from one another that is beneficial and you share in that energy. It doesn't mean like tit for tat, like I do this for you, you do this for me. It doesn't mean like, you know, I avoid myself by running into you. But we do this all the time, and it's on every layer of society. And especially when it comes to the mother wound, this is the codependent energy of a mother who puts all her responsibility on her children. She doesn't have to evolve. She doesn't have to forgive. She doesn't have to be better because it's up to her children to do that. And this is not fair to children. And then what happens is these children grow up and they become adults and they become parents, and the cycle gets repeated. There's an epidemic of people who have not been loved enough, and all there is that's real in the world is love. I've been having a really hard time channeling and working with my psychic gifts because I've completely devalued them. I've devalued my feminine gifts. I've devalued being a woman and being feminine because I'm so wounded and hurt by other women. Y'all know you're not gonna come out here without me crying, so just get used to it. I've been so hurt by other women, and it's hurt so bad. When all I was looking for love and friendship and nurturing and care and consideration to give that and mutual reciprocity, that I received hate, I received jealousy, I received animosity, I received like people trying so hard to break my walls down when I kept telling them, I have these walls for a reason. You can't handle what you're gonna find when you break these down. And then at that point, I'm gonna be broken and you're gonna be like, oh shit, this bitch is crazy, and you're gonna leave. And I felt so hurt by my mother wound, my lack of connection with my mother. Like, it seemed like the only way for me to have a connection with her is to kiss her ass and do whatever she wants and be whoever she wants me to be. And she probably wouldn't see it this way, but people don't really know what they're doing to other people when they're doing it, when it comes out of hurt and it comes out of a scarcity of love, a lack of love. They really don't know what they're doing to other people. It's not okay. And how do you know? How do you learn? Like, how do you learn? You know, when we go through these experiences, we have to, at a certain point, like, notice ourselves. Other people aren't always going to tell you what you're doing that's hurting them. Sometimes they'll just leave. They might tell you, but maybe it might take time to sink in. We all have the ability to do better, to love harder. And when I say harder, I don't mean like oppressing somebody with your love. I mean, like, really the hard work of really loving. Oh, it's like awkward to look myself in the face right now. It's awkward to look myself in the face, but I have to. Because I have to see me. And I have to see, like, what I've been doing to myself. And it's like, no, I didn't just come up with this on my own. I didn't come up with devaluing myself or lacking confidence on my own. But I'm the only one that pays for it. And I'm the only one responsible for me and what I do. And it hurts to know that, like, some mistakes, they change your life forever. But that's with everything we do, every choice. I'm not going to be all sitting on here full of regret. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. What am I doing? But I love the fact that you guys love me anyways. Like, it's just so crazy. Like, it's the internet has saved my life and been my mommy and daddy and been my best friend and been my boyfriend and been the person that cared about me the most. Because this is a mirror. Like, I'm looking into a million mirrors. I've been devaluing my emotions. Like, I've been lacking in my self-worth. I have not been caring enough for myself. And I'm looking at myself, like, all the times that I turned away from myself, all the time that I, like, threw myself into work when I wasn't even being productive. I was just busy. I was just making myself busy because I didn't want to have time to think or to feel. I feel like I've gone into the womb of the earth, and when I come out of here, I'm going to rebirth myself, and you can come with me. Like, let's come on into the womb, children. Let's come on into the womb. You're safe, you're loved, you're held. Feel what it feels like to be inside the womb, inside your mother's womb. And it's cozy, it's tight. Like, everything is around you. You're held. You're held. And then we get pushed out into the world. It's full of pain, trauma. It's full of wounded people who wound us too.
Bueno. Hola. Hola. ¿Estás grabando? Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Sí. Sí tiene playita. No.
Wow. I love it here. Like, we come here with so much hope. We come here with so much hope. We looking down, little angel babies, like, oh, that's my mommy and daddy. I'm coming. I'm gonna come. And I'm gonna heal them. I'm gonna make everybody love and happy. I'm gonna experience the world. I'm gonna experience emotions. And then we get here and, like, everybody's experience is different. Yeah, but, you know, I've had a hard life, honestly, and it was like I became addicted to that because it was all I knew. I was molested before I was 1 year old. And it was like my burden was always sexuality. My burden was always sexuality. It's always been my burden. It's always been my burden. I wish we lived in a world in which, like, that energy was protected and praised. It makes me sad to know that, like, it really makes me sad to know what was done to me, with knowing that what is known in my culture about child molestation and demonic possession, and knowing that when you do this to a child, you're condemning them to ownership of certain entities, and they'll never have a normal life. But the thing is that it was never supposed to be normal. Like, I came here with that specific blueprint. I came here to heal my family. And me getting molested and me getting sold into ritual sexual abuse was part of that. And I was always strong enough to handle that. But over time, it gets to be too much. And I didn't want it anymore. I couldn't handle it anymore. And when I started healing, I started praying, I started meditating, I started eating cleansing food. And it raised my vibration so much, and then I went right back into the toxic environments of the strip club. The environments I was around with, the people I was with, and that's when everything started breaking open for me, and that was 2012. That's when everything started breaking open for me. So in the span of 2 months, I got drugged multiple times. There was a customer at the club that I worked at that was drugging people. I got raped by a customer that I left the club with. And that was when I started to realize that I had been raped before, but I just didn't know that I just didn't consider it. I didn't know that I had been raped by a club manager. I had been raped by and sexually assaulted by other customers. And I didn't know at that time that I had been molested as a child. I didn't remember that yet. I didn't remember that until 5 years later. And this is why I believe that sexual assault is a catalyst for healing, even though it hurts. It's like when I started healing from those assaults, then I kept following the path back. I kept uncovering more and more truth of my life and who I am and what had happened. And I used to have to go to therapy like for years when I was growing up. And the therapist would always ask me, like, did you get molested when you were a kid? Because you would present with these different like characteristics of people that have experienced childhood sexual abuse. And I was like, no, I don't remember. And I like, as I started to like soften into my spiritual gifts and make more space for myself to heal, because my pathway was similar to a lot of people's pathways into sex work, is that like I was a good girl. I like went to college. I tried to be a professional at arts organization, community organizing, activism, event planning. These are the things that I did. I organized, and I educated. And it was so stressful. There was so much stress. It was like I had the weight of the world on me. It was like nothing was ever enough. There was never enough money. There was never enough time. There was never enough people to do too much work. But it was all scarcity consciousness at play. I didn't really know about or believe in these things at the time. But as I started to soften and open, the reason why I was able to soften and open is because I started doing sex work. I made a lot more money. All of a sudden, I quickly upgraded my income. I made a lot more money than I had ever made before. I remember the first time, like, having, like, $200 bills, and, like, feeling so proud, feeling so good, feeling so free, putting them in my dresser drawer, collecting them, and it was more money than I had touched ever. And it's not even like, I mean, I had touched, like, I had never touched that much money that quickly. I had never had $1,000 in my possession at that time. Like, I had never had $1,000 in my possession. And I've still never had $10,000 in my possession. You want some real truth? I've still never had $10K in my possession. And I still have been out here, when I created my business, giving discounts, giving mutual aid, giving scholarships, and doing all these things, because that's what I thought was good to do, you know. But I never really realized that, like, just because other people saw me as abundant and wealthy and like someone who could be a resource for them and provide things for them, like, I just thought that that was me too. But then I had to like stop and realize and look that, like, hey, I don't have the shit I need. I'm depleted. All I know is giving. I don't know how to receive. And it's evident because, like, every time I've got money, I've spent it. I have not held on to it. I made $30K in 1 month off of one trick, and I never stacked 10K of it. I spent that shit immediately. But I also had things that I needed. This is what people don't really tell you, and a lot of people don't really understand, is that, like, when you struggle, you have to play catch up, and when you finally get a check, it's already spent. And then it doesn't feel safe to hold it, because it feels like somebody's going to take this, somebody's going to rob me, something's going to happen. If I don't spend this now, I'm not going to be able to. And it's not just this lifetime. These are wounds of ancient times. And people love to think that Arabs are wealthy and have money and all these things. Do y'all know where the fuck we come from? We're refugees. It's a difference between being a member of the Saudi royal family or being a indigenous to Dubai versus being Palestinian. But people don't really know that, and it frustrates me so much. I'm not even gonna get all aggro. It just frustrates me so much, the brainwashing. People don't really, like, literally, people think Arabs are so rich and constantly, like, talk about that, but yet they also, like, don't want us to have shit. Everybody's always mad, and I know that because this is my experience. I've constantly heard people say things and try to do things to get Arab people's businesses closed, to disenfranchise Arab people from opportunities. And I've experienced it so many times myself. And I just can't stand all the separation consciousness. I don't see other people as that different from me until they show me that they separate themselves from me. Like, I don't prioritize my people over other people. We're all human. We're all different. And that's beautiful and it should be celebrated. But people don't celebrate it. They just exploit it. And they hate it. And, like, I'm tired of reacting to the things that I've experienced. Instead, I want to create. I don't want to be reactionary. I want to be creative. I want to come out of this cave, birth myself out of the womb, and forget that any of this shit ever happened. I want to come out of this cave, birth myself out of this womb, and forget that any of this shit ever happened. I fired my therapist last year. I don't know why I just thought of that, but, like, my therapist was a white woman, and, like, it was very triggering dealing with her a lot of times, especially, like, because a lot of the things that I would talk about with her is my mom, and my mom is a white woman. And, like, I just never had the space to like, for it to be okay for me to be me. It's like, either, like, I'm too white, I'm too brown, like, I'm too bougie, I'm too hood, like, I'm never enough of this, I'm too much of that, I'm too loud, I'm too quiet. My emotions don't make sense to people. Why are you crying right now? Like, why is this bitch crying right now? Because I can. It's my fucking channel. It's my fucking channel. It's my place to be me. And I never had that until I created that for myself. Everything that I've ever done, it was okay as long as it was pleasing to other people. But the minute that it was for me and not for them, it was a problem. I had to isolate myself so hard. And I just cut a lot of people off because, like, I'm tired of being in environments where I'm not being loved, but I'm expected to just be there. Why? Why? Because I'm looked at as a source. I'm not your source. I'm not. I'm looked at as a caregiver. I'm not your fucking caregiver. And it's just default mode that I didn't even know any better. I came out here like, one, I'm not supposed to be working today, so why am I filming this video? I never give myself time off because my coping strategy has been work so you don't think about it. But then if the fucked up part is my work is dealing with these things. Like, my work is holistic healing for sex workers and survivors. I'm rebranding as a dating and relationships coach. I'm rebranding my whole life because I'm tired of this bullshit. And it's time now. It's really time. Like, I'm learning that, like, I'm not always being rejected. I'm not always being abandoned. Like, it's like people have their own way of going, and they don't all have to come with me. And I don't have to go with them either. I can go my own way. This traveling by myself has been so amazing because normally when you go on a vacation or a trip and you go with other people, like, you have a plan or there's things that other people want to do, you know, but this is for me. Like, all I do is just whatever I want. Like, I just hit the streets, I walk around, I meet people, I find people, like, or I just stay by myself and I enjoy it and I really love it. Oh yeah, but what I was gonna say, when I brought up my therapist, I fired my therapist, one of the things that really triggered me that she said was, like, she was like, I noticed that you switch between your emotions really quickly. Like, you could be, is that a monkey? It's a monkey in the tree. Oh my god, that is so cool. I seen his tail, I seen him swing. Wow, That is so cool. She was like, you switch between your emotions so quickly. Like, you could be crying and then you'll be fine. I'm like, yeah, it's called coping with life. As a bad bitch, nobody gives a fuck about you unless you're happy. All right. Let me stop. Let me stop. Just, I'm really hurting. I'm really hurting from the inside. Like, honestly, like, I've been wanting to say that out loud for days. Like, I've been wanting to tell somebody for days. Like, I'm really hurting. I don't tell people these things. Like, y'all, because of my break from codependency, like, it's like when I used to feel like I needed people, and I just feel like I need myself. Like, I just feel like I need myself. A lot of things that I used to run to other people to help me with, like, now I help myself. Now I help myself. And I take it to God, and I take it to my angels, and I take it to my ancestors. I don't take it to other people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know what to do. But I make space for myself to get support, because I do need other people. Like, I need to talk to people about things that matter to me that they can help me with. The more we open ourselves to support from other people, the more benefits we receive. Like, I feel myself birthing a metaphorical baby right now. I am birthing a metaphorical baby. It's my life. It's me. It's me. It's the things I want. My own home, my own car, my own life, my own family, my own happiness. All these things. Like, I've worked so hard to break all these curses and set things up so that I could, like, be free and not be bound and chained by all these fucking shackles of sex slavery. Non-consensual. And now the hard part, the hard part is actually doing it. And I'm so scared. I'm scared. Because I've been hurt, but I didn't know then what I know now. I didn't know how to protect myself. I didn't know how to have boundaries. I didn't know how to wait and see before I just fell in love. I didn't know how much good there was out there for me. I thought it was limited. I thought it was scarce. I didn't know. When I come out of this cave, I'm birthing myself. I'm taking you with me. I'm birthing myself into being, and I'm letting myself be confident again. I'm letting myself be secure. I'm letting myself love myself and do the things that are best for me without regard for how it's going to look or seem or what other people are going to think. I'm doing it for me. When I leave out of here, I think I will channel a message, but I'm gonna see. And it's like it's been hard this past few months to get in touch with my intuition. Like, yes, I use it every day, but when it comes to channeling messages for others, it's been really challenging. That's why I haven't done it as much. I needed something left for me. Like, imagine going through life without valuing yourself or loving yourself, and you just give everything away. You don't even know how to hold it for yourself. But I'm learning. I'm putting back in place the barriers between me and other people that keep my energy from leaking out. I'm ready to leave the cave now. It's getting claustrophobic. The womb, I've outgrown the womb. The womb is getting too tight. I need to birth myself out of it. And there's so many things that I haven't been doing for myself because, like, I've been giving myself the bare minimum. No wonder I've been getting that out of life too. But no more. That's all over. That's all over. I always got the bare minimum. I never got what I wanted. I remember, like, the simple things that I wanted so bad, I never got. Crayola markers, a puppy, a kitty. And I used to wish for these things in the wishing well at the mall. We went into the Sanrio store. I wanted Hello Kitty stuff. I could never get anything. I could never have anything that I wanted. I wanted an American Girl doll. I could never have that. My cousin had one. My little sister had 2. I never got anything that I wanted. I didn't know what that felt like. Everything was just a disappointment. When I finally got the 96 box of Crayola crayons with a sharpener in the back, my little brothers and my little cousins broke every single last crayon. They broke every single last crayon. It still hurts. Do you see? I'm still crying over this shit. It's years ago. It's like over 30 years ago. It hurts. It still hurts because I never got anything for myself, and everything that I had, it was destroyed or taken from me. And so I don't know what it feels like to want something, because I feel like I can't ever have what I want. And if I do get it, it's going to be taken away from me, or it's going to be destroyed. And this has definitely impacted my ability to feel secure and stable in relationships, because I'm afraid, what if I love somebody and they go away? Even if I have the best life ever with the man of my dreams, he's still gonna die someday, and he's probably gonna die before I do. And what am I gonna do? What am I gonna feel? How am I gonna go on after that? And I just don't know. I'm scared. But there's a light. It's getting bright. You see? There's a light. It's getting bright. It's not, all is not lost. It has not all been in vain. When I was journaling earlier, my ancestors said, why would we bring you this far just to leave you? We wouldn't do that. We love you. Why do I have to feel disappointment? I mean, why do I have to expect it? I won't. It's okay to feel it, but I won't expect it. And if I do feel it, I can handle it. I can handle being disappointed. I can handle not getting everything that I want. I won't throw a fit. I won't throw a temper tantrum. I'll be fine. I'll pick up the pieces and I'll keep going. And I know that this life is for me. This life is for me to live. I came here, life path 33. Scorpio rising, Gemini sun, Capricorn moon, Scorpio Mars, Gemini Venus, Gemini Mercury, Gemini Chiron, Gemini North Node, Sagittarius South Node. This is what I do. I'm running away from running away. I'm not running away anymore. I'm showing up for it. I'm ready to birth myself out the womb. I'm ready to be whole and be free. I'm ready. Are you guys ready? It's time to go. It's time to leave the womb. It's time to leave the nest. It's time to leave the comfort of everything that you've come to know. It's come time to leave the comfort of everything you know and go into the wild unknown. And yeah, it's scary, but it's where you belong. It's where we belong. Okay, let's go. It's time to come out into the light. It's time to come out into the light. Look, no one saw you go into the womb, but everyone in the world saw you come out. It's time to come into the light, beautifuls. It's time to come into the light. It's okay. It's okay. It's time to come into the light and let it cleanse you. And let yourself be free, finally. It's time, okay? You can remember where you came from, but just know you're not going back there. But if you do have to go back there, just remember to pick up what you lost and what you left and what you need for the next journey ahead. There's no shame in looking back, but you're not that person anymore. That reality is not present anymore. That pain and that suffering is not in your future. It's in your past. You have the ability to choose for yourself what your life is about. And no one can take that away from you. Your choices belong to you. And that's the best piece of advice that my mother ever gave to me. And she said, embrace your choices. You made them for a reason. And I did. And I made them for a reason. And so did you. You made your choices for a reason. And it's okay. Whatever the reason, trust it. Don't forget what you came here for. We all have a purpose. What's yours? I feel so vulnerable and exposed, but I'm gonna share this. Look at, there's rose petals here. Can you see them? What are rose petals doing here? Where's that little monkey? It's a flock of hawks. I don't know if y'all can see them. I'm leaving a lot of heavy stuff behind. I'm dropping it. I feel it coming out of my body and releasing to the ground. I've never been this grounded before in my life. I've never been this present. I've never been this aware. I've never been this hopeful. My name means hope in Russian, my real name. But it dawned on me that I lost hope. Like, I had no hope left for myself or for anybody. Deep inside, I was hopeless. And I'm choosing to be hopeful because I can. Got my backpack. Oh my God, I love a good backpack. And I'm unpacking my backpack. I'm a little girl carrying a backpack full of trauma. No, I'm grown. My backpack has everything I need in it and nothing that I don't. Like, I don't really know how to end this video. I do. I feel so exposed. If you watch this, like, drop a comment. Let me know how it resonates with you. Let me know that you're here, that I'm not alone. Let me know that I'm not alone in being a crazy bitch who can laugh and cry at the same time. It feels so spiritual and so cleansing when I do that. Let me know I'm not alone. You're working on getting your confidence back too. Why shouldn't I be confident, bitch? Look at me. But it's been a long time coming back, and I'm ready to rock it. I'm ready to rock my confidence. I want to know you here with me too, so speak up, say something. Don't forget to let me know this resonates. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, say mashallah. Say mashallah, all those things. Let me know that my work is not in vain. Let me know this ain't falling on deaf ears. I need communication. I need communication from y'all. I need community. I need love. I need support. I need communication. Like, it's not just, I don't fucking know. Like, it's not just for me to come on here and serve others and provide messages for others and lead and guide others. There must be an exchange. I need the exchange. I need the people that come here. I need to know who you are. I need to know what you're about. I need to know you, okay? Don't be afraid.